not muted, everything restored to default, and default means it was trying to use, I don't know what. I think my wireless controller as, okay, there we go. We should have sound, we should have everything going. I don't know why it restored everything to default. It did that to Discord as well when I came back from vacation. Everything's weird. Anyways, because I wasn't heard, I wanted to say, I keep clapping my hands. I don't know why I keep clapping my hands. But because I wasn't heard, I went first. Thank you, Ice Queen, for the Prime sub. I very much appreciate it. Now, we're going on to playing Final Fantasy XIV. So, like many of my Final Fantasy playthroughs, I have played 14 before. Unlike some of my other Final Fantasy playthroughs, unlike some of my other Final Fantasy playthroughs, I know a fair amount of ins and outs of this game. Like, you could say 8, 9, even 10, 12. I've played through the story and don't know much else beyond that. I have thousands upon thousands of hours in 14. So just be aware that I am very well versed in this game. I've already created my character, mainly because I have created her in the past specifically for a server test. So she is, almost ready to go. We just need to slap a name on her and get her into the world. I know, shocking, right? Who would have ever guessed? Yeah, unfortunately, the servers I'd like to put her on are currently considered congested, and we can't put her there. So we are going somewhere else, and I am not even going to attempt to butcher saying the name of the server. I am playing on Dynamis. Anyways, with all that said, and me in my cozy pajamas, because I wanted to play as long as I want, and not have to worry about getting off to have a shower before bed, we are gonna jump in and start playing some Final Fantasy XIV! So let's go. Alright, here we go. This right here is Aylin. This is, my character. I don't need to save her appearance, because it's already been saved. When was she born? Thinking 4th Umbral Moon? Yeah, she is a pretty Ellison lady. Maybe 5th Astral Moon. Let's do the 5th Astral Moon on the 1st. 9/1. Which would be my birthday. Why not? Okay, who does she worship? Helone, mover of glaciers and goddess of war, is the guardian deity of Ishgard. She commands the elements of ice and is associated with the first moon of the Eorzean calendar. Helone is daughter of Relgar and a bitter rival to Nafika. She is most often depicted as a relentless warrioress armed with a bronze great shield. Her symbol is 3 spears. Menfina. Menfina is the keeper of the moon and the goddess of love. She commands the element of ice and is associated with the second moon of the Eorzean calendar. Menfina is the sister of Azima, and the divine lover of Ocean. She is most often depicted as a maid carrying a round skillet. Her symbol is a full moon. Thaliak. Thaliak, ruler of rivers and wisdoms. The god of knowledge and the guardian deity of Charlian. He commands the element of water and is associated with the 3rd moon of the Eorzean calendar. Thaliak is the father of Ilmelane. Elmelane? Yeah, I think that's right. And the teacher of Burgot. He is most often depicted as a reserve scholar holding an ashen staff. His symbol is the scroll. Nymphina is the watcher of the celestial bodies and goddess of fate. She commands the element of water and is associated with the fourth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Nemia is the younger sister of Althic, the master of Rolliger. She's often depicted as a weaver donning a white silken veil. Her symbol is a spinning wheel. I should know the names of all these gods and still I'm struggling. Ilmelane. Ilmelane, watcher of the seas and goddess of navigation, is the guardian deity of Linta Laminta. She commands the element of wind and is associated with the fifth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Ilmelane is the daughter of Thaliak and the eldest sister of Nafika. She's most often depicted as a strong fisherwoman wielding a long-bladed harpoon. Her symbol is a wave. Ocean. Ocean is the ruler of the mountain and god of travelers and vagrants. He commands the element of wind and is associated with the sixth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Ocean is the brother of Naldthal and the close companion of Helone. He is the most depicted as a carefree ranger wielding a bow of yew. His symbol is a walking stick. Burgot. Burgot is the purveyor of architecture and industry, the god of arts. He commands the element of lightning and is associated with seventh moon of the Eorzean calendar. Burgot is the eldest brother of Helone and the pupil of Thaliak. He is most often depicted as an errant smith with the two-headed hammer. His symbol is a hand. Don't mind me saying Helone and Helone back and forth. I don't know why I can't settle on one. Don't ask. Rolliger, breaker of worlds, the god of destruction, the guardian deity of the now fallen nation of Alamigo. He commands the element of lightning and is associated with the eighth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Rolliger is the father of both Burgot and Helone, and serves as the attendant to Nemia. He is most often depicted as Magus carrying around a staff of bronze, and his symbol is a shrieking meteor. Azuma is the keeper of sun and goddess of inquiry. She commands the element of fire and is associated with the ninth moon of Eorzea. Azuma is the daughter of Althic and the elder sister of Menfina. She is the most often depicted as a noble lady holding a gold fan. Her symbol is a radiant sun. Words are hard. Naldthal, overseer of the underworld and god of commerce, the guardian deity of Ulda. He commands the element of fire and is associated with the 10th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Naldthal is a single manifestation of deific twin Nald and Thal. He is most often depicted as a discerning merchant holding the balance. His symbol is a cowrie, an ancient shell currency. Nafika, tender of soils and harvests, the goddess of abundance, and is the guardian deity of Gridania. She commands the element of earth and is associated with the 11th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Nafika is the daughter of Azuma and the younger sister of Ilmelane. Is most often depicted as a jubilant farmer holding a scythe of steel. Her symbol is a spring leaf. Althic is the surveyor of change and space, the god of time. He commands the element of earth and is associated with the 12th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Althic is the father of Azima and Menfina, the elder brother to Nemia, and is most often depicted as an austere emperor wielding a mithril great axe. His symbol is the hourglass. Well, just because of the fire element and being the fire-breathing Dutch Queen, I think we need to go with Azima. So that's what we're gonna do for this. And I'm gonna hate myself later, but thaumaturge it is. No, I don't want to go to that world. I want to go to this world. You're gonna take the name without me bullshitting about it? I'd be very impressed. Wow. I didn't have to come up with creative bullshits today. I love the world is currently congested. That means like nothing on these servers. Also, I'm trying a new way of streaming to both YouTube and Twitch, so we'll see how it works and see if my computer likes it. Because I am cutting out the middleman of like Restream and doing it directly through the processing power of my computer. So, we'll see how it goes.
Here. Here. Feel.
Something about this outfit doesn't make me think I look threatening. When you just cover everything up, I'm like, well, I just went from being my character to a fairly generic character. And I know it's just because that's what the Black Mage level 50 gear looks like. But I don't like the Black Mage level 50 gear. Hey. Hey, you. Yeah, right, lass? You're moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of Aether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though. Don't worry. You there! Halt! I'm trying. What's all this about? Inspection. Men, search the garage. I'm just an honest peddler, friend. So, don't be too disappointed if you find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. So, look. Somnus. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. Huh? Hamalta! Hamalta! To arms! To arms! Seven hells. Consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. Glad the brass blades decide to actually do their job. Protect those travelers. Yeah. That kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lass. Bastards will have a shirt off your back if you fancy it. Like common bandits, they are. Only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we're still a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Brent's the name, and peddling's me trade. And judging from your unusual garments, I wager you're one of them new adventurers. Knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now, that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power. Power. As in, power to do good? Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. When you arrive in town, you best enroll in the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild neither. Oh, does. Home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to fight with a sword, your fists, or even spells, you think about seeking one out. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Elda? Yes, why not? It is. Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you about the ins and outs of the destination. Ul'dah is ruled by the Sultanate, but Sultana in name, but most folks know the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and the monastery's cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether. But that won't happen while she commands the loyalty of the royalists, and the royalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, thrown the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no signs of stopping. Of course, the lizardmen of the Amalja, can't care less about Ulda politics. They have their own interests, see? And they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers. Need breed and profit, and though it's a shame for me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Yeah, at long last, behold, Ulda, the jewel of Thanalan, where folks turn sand into gold.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ulda. Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul. One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
My arrival marks an era or something. I don't know if prosperity's it. And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the market to deliver my wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this. By way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. Never did tell me your name, though. Hey, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
No, fan. 14. Done a lot of reading to just hit title screen. Oi, Venture, over here. I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance? Eh? How can I tell? Name's Wyman, and my business is known. Every bugger else's. Now then, What if I offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our first city? Free of charge, even. Just this once. I don't trust you. I know he is the, like, starting NPC, but I don't trust you. Just plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know what your way around here. If you're not, if they let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you'll certainly get mugged or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. Before you do anything else, you want to head over to the quicksands and speak with Mamodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild, and can set you on the right path. Just take the steps over yonder and pass through the double doors and you'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with your adventuring venture. Why, hello! Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Mamodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it pleases you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Elda. So you might say that I'm looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you that it is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Amalja, for example. You ever been plaguing the... They've been plaguing the Sultanate for forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days. Only that they are. Aye, with people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry. Worry and the lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intended on turning the realm into the 8th hell. So much was lost in a blink of an eye, because the end of the world had come at last. But then, things began to get foggy. Everyone got their own version of what happened next. Some of them, 2 or 3. You think people would remember something like that. But the fact is, they don't. Nobody does. There's one thing the survivors agree on, though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for the realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering. I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame our recollection of those brave heroes are a jumble of those are as jumbled as those of the Calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten. And so, we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand in that shining example of what adventure can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like you to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand and try to leave Ulda a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'll be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ulda means more business for the Quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Aelin Fireheart. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. Alright, Miss Fireheart, on behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12's is my witness, I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that even merciful gods may have been driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful that you're given forth a chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one if I'm honest. Don't worry though. If you work hard, you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bother me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing a lady muse on many manhoods of her acquaintances from time to time. Any road, welcome to Old Island. Take a moment to catch your breath and I'll teach you all about our fair city. After input over Adian's how I do the screen. I'm actually going to quickly see if I can do that now. We're just going to log out quickly and see if on this screen I can pull over my HUD layout for my main account. Momodi totally wants gossip. She's just like, don't get into trouble, but... I don't think I need macros. I don't need gear sets. Okay. Let's hop back in now and see if it all imported over properly. This yes and no. This is a newer setting. This came about a year ago, I want to say. So it hasn't been here like the whole time either of us has been playing. But it was in one of the big patches a thing they added. For the record, when you made about 800 of those alts, it wouldn't have been a thing. Maybe just for the last 100 alts. Excuse me. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Before you go charging off, find your fortune, a few basic things. Oh. First of all, I want you to visit the XIV Plaza and you get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue. Then look north. You should see the giant floating crystal called an aetheryte. If it weren't for aetherytes traveling around these ores, you'd be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune to them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. Have you ever attuned to an aetheryte before, Aelin? If not, lay your hand on the thing, and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Thaumaturge Guild over in Arzanth Oseri. I've never actually had to say that word out loud before. Assuming the scepters ain't just for show, might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the steps of Thal. Goods from all across Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ul'dah, as long as you got the gil. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Aelin. There's plenty as won't scrupulent to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cesaroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the market once he's read it. In short, then, visit the Aetheryte Plaza, the Thaumaturge Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. Well, there are more than a few unsavory characters out there who would try to take advantage of you. There are also some with honest to good problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folks are lured to the city by promises of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize that is instead of chasing after the guild the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak to the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it for me. It's the past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you finish, will you? That way, I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a gil to your name. I have a friend request. I recognize this bun. I recognize this bun from, a name from, a little bit before I/Alien actually knows this bun. Young bun. He's just a baby. Alright, time to go visit the places I need to visit. This place is so empty. I know this is a preferred server, but for no one to be in the quicksands except for, someone waiting for me is, like, weird. Oh, there's people. So, how are you taking to Old Island? Made new friends in high places yet? Ha! Well, when you got the Sultana's ear one day, I hope you won't have forgotten about old Waymond. So, how, as long as you're here, mayhap you do me a favor and take this missive to, Josias? At the Platinum Mirage? It's just over yonder, and the man will even give you some gil for your troubles. If only all the work in the city was that easy, eh? Alright, what's going on over here? A bunch of cat girls. Okay. Nothing all that interesting. It is so empty on Dynamis. Hail, adventurer! Might you come to be Miss Momodi of the Quicksand? Excellent. Which brings us to the matter of attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, madame. Apologize, but I do so relish in the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face is absolutely priceless. Ah, but the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into the ethereal energies and are primary use as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perhaps you've heard of return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. Given that there is an aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune herself to each and every one. But even if you have no intentions of wandering beyond the Sultanate borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to the aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about the aetherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. And already someone's trying to recruit me. That didn't take long. Probably shouldn't go ahead and fully read absolutely every side quest I pick up. That sounds like a terrible idea. I have to remember where the delivery Moogle is in Ulda. I have currently 18 letters, and I think there should be more coming too. Welcome to the Thaumaturge's Guild. It's fate that has guided your steps here this day, friend. I see you harbor arcane ambitions. Though your journey has scarcely begun. Within these hallowed halls, the art of devastation are taught. Primeval magics, which will bring about the enemy's ruin. If you would join our ranks and wield such power, you must needs know of our beginnings. The nation of Ulda inherited this tradition from the ancient Balhadia, a city founded by the descendants of the first mages. The secret of these illustrious sorcerers were ultimately entrusted to the priests of the Order of Nullthald, who have passed them down from generation to generation ever since. Focused and refined over centuries of use, the Order's funereal rites, the arcane magics of our ancestors eventually merged as the art we now know as thaumaturgy. A freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse the corpse, a bolt of lightning to expel the sins of mortal life. The Dwemer employed in the preparation of the dead are equally infectious when applied to the living. It is for this reason that we're feared and respected in equal measure. Thus does our guild, ensconced in the catacombs of Erzanath Ossuary, a sanctuary devout to the divine arbiter of the afterlife. What say you then, adventurer? If you would plumb the abyssal depths of thaumaturgy, let our learned sages guide your descent. But before you leap into darkness, you must prove to our guildmaster that you possess the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon that which waits therein. When you are ready to submit to the judgment of our most eminent mages, say the word. Well, adventurer, will you join the guild, or do you presume to ignore the urgings of impatient destiny? Wise decision indeed. To prepare for your initiation, I would have you study the volumes of fundamental thaumaturge principle, all 108 of them. Or at least I would if such requirements had not been abolished. Too great a deterrent for fresh novices, they said. I suppose you shall have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdom of our guild masters. We have five, you see, all brothers of the same house. Though they all wield supreme authority, the eldest who provides singular voice to the guild when one is required. Master Kobigo, I believe. A Kokobigo. Kokobigo? She doesn't even know her own, master's name. That is fascinating. They're all Coco something. Who? What? Oh! Those teeth, miss. Did your mother never tell you not to startle a thaumaturge? Look at the expectant face, Kokobigo. The lady is obviously a new applicant for the guild seeking audience with our eldest brother. Oh, prelate Yayake. She can recite the 307 verses of the funeral rites for the virtuous fallen from memory, but the simple task of keeping our name straight seems to be beyond her grasp. Ha 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 ha. Well, I for one find the consistent confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, my dear. My merriment was not meant to mock your mistake. Our sibling Kokobuki is whom you should speak. What is this? What is this? Great Thald has led us a new aspirant? Ah, Kokobuki. You're here the entire time? Greetings, child. I am Kokobuki, the eldest. I would venture to say the wisest of the 5 masters of the Thaumaturge Guild. It's my solemn duty to furnish our would-be initiative with succinct understanding of our beloved art. Thus, I'd have your fullest attention. It looks like she's running a daycare right now. Yeah, kinda. To wield thaumaturgy is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceeds the destructive capability of any other form of arcane manipulation. Fire, lightning, blizzard, somnolence, the thaumaturge call upon an expansive arsenal of offensive incantations to incapacitate and obliterate all matter of adversaries. Open your mind to our sorceress teaching, and you too shall soon hold the unparalleled power of our discipline in the palm of your hand. Of course, such power has a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidden chasm of thaumaturgy's secrets, for advancement in the art comes only with the completion of deadly and terrible trials. I ask you now, aspirant, you prepared to leap into the abyss in pursuit of a power unrivaled? Yes. You're a confident response. Your name, if you will? Very well, Aelin. Let's mark your initiation with a trial to test the limits of your aptitude for channeling thaumaturgy. Huge hornets, marmots are snapping shrews inhabit the lands in abundance. Exercise your sorceress might and slay 3 of each of these creatures before returning to my side. Potatoes are asking you to join the cult. Yeah? My favorite idea is, Ren waiting all the way out here. Like, I'm not going in that inner sanctum. Fuck that shit. Those Lalas are creepy. Oh. Well, I don't have to kill the ladybugs so that they can live. I don't know if there's anything else I need to kill out in this area. I might have to go out another exit. Yeah, it wants me to go the other side. But I got a few things started. I'm all the way to the other exit now. I don't think I really have any gear yet. Yeah, no. Time to go kill things at this exit. Murder, murder everywhere. Look at this tiny little stave I have. Game is like, let me tell you about high quality items. Whee! Flying! I appreciate the ride. Let's start heading back this way first. Oh, the delivery moodle's up here. Let me stop by there. Look at all these things I can't use. High level friend, chauffeur service. Same diff, really. Yeah. All these letters to go through. For the record, these letters tell you how long I've been playing the game. Because I've been playing since getting those were a thing. Alright, I'm sure I'll get more letters in later, but for now... Alright, there we are. Who did I got? Hello. Sure, why not? And then I believe it's by. Except for that isn't even the best thing I could put on. That is. Can I run past places I need to go? Yes, I did. Oops. Too busy, messing with my headgear. Look at that, I'm level 5 already. Where am I going? Into the Pugilist Guild. That's what's going on. Making Rin try to follow my chaotic movements that make no sense because I don't know where I'm going. Not like he isn't used to that already. Well, he does follow Haru around, which is arguably more chaotic. You have the satisfied look of a mage who has utterly vanquished your foes. Aelin, I formally welcome you to the Brotherhood of the Thaumaturge. The purpose of this trial was to gauge your capacity for wielding thaumaturgy, an innate quality that the limits of which are bound by the level of etheric energy throwing through your physical being. Aether is the very stuff for life, existing within all living creatures to a greater or lesser extent. Remember this, for it's the most basic law of arcane manipulation. Now, I have a tome that shall serve you as a hunting log. So, sorry, I'm not reading quite all this. Should I be reading all this? Yes, but it's a lot to read. Hunting clock. Get all these quests I could accept out here. Probably shouldn't yet, but I could. Oh, these things are on my hunting log. May as well turn this phase. I'm gonna do that thing in which, by the time I get back to do my level, like hand in my level 5 quest, I'm gonna be at level 10 and it'll just keep cascading like that. Oh, hey look, more mail's coming in. Sorry about that sudden running away. My roommate apparently ordered a pizza, but wasn't home to grab it. So, you know, it was paying a little bit of money, but that's okay. Let's get back into it. There we go. Time to lay in wait. Oh no! Level 5 Vulture, whatever shall I do? Oh, we have to go down to the encampment further south now. Well, southwest. Oh, just stop here. We're good. Makes sense. Hey, brothers, not again. I hate this world of Lalafels. Okay, shouldn't. No, we're not gonna grab any of these quests outside of Alda yet. We'll wait till we're out doing shit out here. Back to Alda we go! Oh, welcome back, Aelin. You seem to have done well. Both eyes intact, face pierced, untroubled. It truly is the most terrible feeling to have one casting interrupted by heinous injury. It's one of the easier trials, if you ask me. Keep well away from the pointy, slashy, bashy things if you want to reach the end of the arcane utterance. That's just common sense. Fortune's favorite fighters who fling their fire from afar. I simply loved the look of loathing leveled at me by the distant duelist distressed by my deadly downpour. Why? Why does he have to speak in so many alliterations? Cringe. We thaumaters excel in offense, but fail miserably at defense. Our most effective strategy is to topple our adversaries with overwhelming force before they have the chance to respond. Honors for knights and dead mages. thaumaturges excel at offense. I already read that. Dead mages. Aelin, your studies appear to be progressing nicely. It won't be long before you dominate the battlefield as an avatar of sorcerous destruction. I thought the effect of thaumaturge strat was to stand still and help enemies don't target you. Well, that too. So it's true, Buki. Don't try to hide from me, Bigo, or you, Banny, or Bezzy, or Boha. Coco Bustle, what are you doing here? Okay, this guy has a voice. Weird voice. You promise you would teach me next. Well, of course you did, Boosie. But he was most insistent. And once again, you brushed me aside in the hope that I abandoned my heart's desire. Why do you deny me? I hate you, all of you. Please, Boosie, you shouldn't say such shameful things. You know how delicate Figo is. That was Coco Boosie, our youngest brother. He so dearly wishes to become a thaumaturge like the rest of us, but it simply isn't possible. The poor boy's etheric levels are pitifully low. We thought we had convinced him to accept his fate, cruel quirk, when he entered the Alchemist Guild. Yet he yearns to walk the path of thaumaturgy. Such is Coco Bussie's determination, as he spends all his waking moments experimenting with alchemical concoctions, seeking a method by which he can expand his capacity for arcane manipulation. Ahem. Well, this is obviously not your concern. Back to the abyss with you, young thaumaturge. And I mean that in the most encouraging manner possible. I got a hat and then immediately realized I didn't need a hat. I have the friendship circlet. Congratulations, you found the world's worst husband. Excuse me? That is, if you believe that a harpy I have for a wife, she never cooks, she never cleans, she just gallivants around spending my hard-earned money. And now she still speaks ill of me to bloody strangers? Well, if you're hell-bent on mending my affairs, you can assist me by taking some of these friends, the fair flyers, to post them on the walls inside the Colosseum. So I went from one family drama to another. I've got a long day ahead of me standing out here. I won't be getting in anytime soon. When you finish, go tell Vulcan at the Gladiators Guild. He should give you something for your troubles. Alrighty. You're a fucking asshole. I should just take this gill and run away. I walk up to this lady. She screams. She throws her money everywhere. Tells me to pick it up, because how dare I look at her. Like, the fuck? Yeah, I'll let you take care of her with your bunny charms. Probably not someone you want to fuck, though, just saying. Sounds like she's more trouble than she's worth. Yes, I like that crystal there before I went back to the Gladiators Guild. I'm being a good noob and remembering to actually use the 8th or touch the 8th rights. Not assuming I have them all unlocked already. I'll make sure you pass on all the messages along the way. Put one here. Certificate exchange. Probably shouldn't get augmented ironwork gears right now, but I could. I could just... That's 5 and that's... You know what? Fuck it, I'll just hang on to it. I might forget when I'm level 50 and it gets the chocobo feathers out of my inventory. Not having those, yeah. I'm attuned to the Weaver's Guild now. Gotta welcome all of our Weaver friends. Why couldn't I just say welcome to both of them? Well, I guess I may as well go up the hustling landing strip since I need... After all, I'd have to find out what the best color for a dress is. It may as well take the chance to lick the crystals. For now. We actually utilize these aetherites I'm unlocking. What a novel concept! Hell yeah. Finish attuning to the aetherites. Oh, it's your turn at the city, Aelin. Get lost, didn't you? Aye, well, Eldad is a big place with lots to see and do. About wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you are serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So, when you've been exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? Alright then. All that's left is for you to work hard, make money, and spend it here in the quicksand. At least she's clear about her motive. Make money and then give it to me. Well, young'un, how you finding your final then? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time for you to venture beyond the city walls. And the bustling streets of Hulda are one thing, but the wilds of Thamlin are another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and you. Name's Papa Sean. You'll find him over in the Hulda's dispatch yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. Dispatch yard's over in the central Thamlin. Just head out the door across the hall and you'll see the gates annulled. Turn back at you. Pass through and you'll head east. One quick detour later. Oh, now he wants me to go back out to Western Thanalan to hand this in? Oh, that's annoying. Maybe I'll just travel straight to Western Thanalan then from here instead of going back in through Eldar. Love to take all your quests, but I'm supposed to be going somewhere else right now. I'll be back for them, I'm sure. Probably hiring for me. It just happened to be a number of sentries been set to guard the area and dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade of the feathered beds of the city, and hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body here. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? Finding comfort food always helps them where I feel like killing myself. They really need to fix this fact that the friendship circlet is considered a item rating like 1 item when it's like the best thing you can wear at a low level. All the Uber service, yeah, exactly. Oh, you thought you could mess with me? Thought you could mess with me? Silly shrew.
Online for like the order, it said it would be here like 15:37. So we're like, okay, we have enough time to run over to the convenience store and grab a couple drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then as we're like walking back, we see him back out of the driveway, and we're like, our pizza. And we phoned the manager and we went off on him about our pizza not like our pizza being taken back to the restaurant. Knowing that you paid for it.
Yeah, it's been in the kitchen.
And then we just phoned them back and we're like, we're so sorry.
Alright.
Sorry for making you pay.
No problem. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home. I have been ordered to see her safe return. The Sultan sworn had earlier assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others will be less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. Oh, that is a wild fucking place, man. It cannot happen. Aelin, it must not. I need your help to find her. Praise the 12, I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search. But that land is vast. There's only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck! I wouldn't want to live in Ulda. Just saying. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna need to leave the party. Oh, Sultan Tree.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself!
As you command, O Lilira. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. You must be the one the Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
Well, stay out of harm's way. You stranger, stay in harm's way. I love how, like, at this part, they're referring to him as handsome stranger. They really do want to, like, push the, fact that this guy is a strange, mysterious, handsome man.
Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Like the crystal. Definitely in a Final Fantasy game.
Deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Ah, coming around now.
you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Yeah, but how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream? No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
Laura, did you not forget
As
what
you
just
wish,
happened?
Your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long.
Only Thancred would be
Until then,
brave and stupid enough to
try and stay awake.
talk like that. That outfit shows that he's wearing shorts that are just beyond knee length, just far enough to tuck into the very top of his boot. Slightly. Why would anyone do that? Fantasy outfits can be wild, man. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us so worried. You do realize what happens if a person of your noble stature were to be injured or worse? Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I have already given you cause to weep, Papa Shan. You and the people of Ulda. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It is not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa Shan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. Cannot thank you enough, Aelin. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from the void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vault. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. Sartastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his day investigating oddities in Aether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. Yeah, that about sums up Thancred. As for you, Aelin, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. He is a fuckboy, and we just have to accept that fact and pat him on his head and let him do his thing. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Snowland as he did to us today. Pretty good amount of experience for that. Okay. Before we pick up the next quest, I'm gonna go make some tea and put away my dishes sitting on my desk. So we'll take like a 3-minute break-ish, and then we'll be back. I see I am being watered to make sure I grow into a successful thaumaturge. As one should. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I've resolved to repay a debt of gratitude, which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantation a prodigiously plump pumpkin. A particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot part with this place to procure and offer the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment from Nanawa Mines, for which I wait, is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gagari, at the royal plantation, and she'll yield it to you. Apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. If Cicidoa doesn't come calling soon, this particular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Oh, so you're to deliver the decadent delight? I can say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. Here's the pumpkin. I hope you meet Sir Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such, we always lend with demand. You know the way to Coffer and Coffin, correct? It's beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place where local laborers lounge. I do quite enjoy leaving things to their own demise. When they have a dot on them, they know we'll just kill them. Over there. I'm being extra watered now that it's raining. You know, dude, you could have kept chilling on your rock. That was, like, a possibility. I don't know why for a second I looked and thought Ren was riding side saddle. Would have been really funny. I feel like Ren would be the kind to just right side saddle. Drink for ye, lassie? You won't get better ale or spirit for your coin than at me place. What's that? We Sisidora asked you to bring this here to me. Ha! So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of remorse. And this is for the time I carried a drunk sodden horse back home. But hells, an honest to good pumpkin from the royal plantation. I can't wait to see what the cooks will do with her. The lads here scarf down beastly amounts of meat, and it's startling to tell on their health. It's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in their bellies, assuming I can get the stubborn bastard to try something new. Thank you for helping, lass. What is Blackbar Station is sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment peace. Bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. I didn't mean to anger you that, big boy. Thank you. I just want to kill the sulfured clouds. I don't think it was tied to a big ass dinosaur of a turtle. I can't open two barrels at once. There we go. Time to go touch a shiny. Teleport learned. Who needs to hire a porter when I have a bun boy? Looking for work, perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. We stone torches are sellswords hired by Imagina and Sons mineral concern to protect its interests. Our primary duty here is to keep track clear of pests, and for this purpose, this requires your aid. I should point out, however, that it can be messy work and liable to get messier still if you're ill prepared. A single piece of gear can mean the difference. Okay. This is the one where it wants me to... I think if I switch to that, yeah. Time for my least favorite piece of gear. The fucking cowl. I look like I'm incognito. I think you need to have an item level of 5 and something in every gear slot. So you could have a item level 20 piece of gear and it will count as long as you have something in every gear slot. Back to Blackbrush. Lord, little Rito. He has long, lavish skill upon the thaumaturge, and some claim that he devised new laws with express intention of ruling his competitors while protecting his own interests. Suffice to say that Wyson thinks he can compete the likes of the Syndicate, he's in for a rude awakening. But that eventually may yet be way off. For the present, he's moving ahead with his plan to assemble a team to survey the site. He told me at the Coffin right now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers. Alright, but I have another quest to do first. Go kill some hammerbeaks. If I stop running into cacti. I think there's more hammerbeaks over this way. I see one. They're above the coffin. Am I winning? Sure. Whatever that means at this early point in the game. I'm not dying, except for the once that a turtle tried to murder me. But it didn't, because I have a guardian angel walking around behind me. Crush your enemies once. Fascinating. More quests for me. Gotta love the random FC invites. Let's go do that one first, I guess. There we go. All that struggle to ride the pillion, you, kick me off? We'll go just to the coffer and coffin, I think. I was just struggling to target you because your nameplate was off screen, and that, was fucking with it. Come to join? Sorry, but you're too late. Some brass blades looking for extra coin volunteered, and the team's already en route to the ruins. But look, I know it's not easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. There's these children outside. Little ones from stone's throw. I look after them when I have time to spare. And so they've taken to following me around when even when I tell them not to. But with overseeing the search for the vein, I barely have the chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. You get them ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me. Do I want trouble? No. But will I, accept it anyways? What can I do about it? I like playing with Stan. Make sure no one bullies us. Stan's worried about us? Oh, I don't want to make him worried. I'm a good girl, so I'll go home. I see. Alright. Yeah, that should be good. Both ways, I'll just crack. There we go. Zack squat. Look, I played the game. I played the game for Chaos. It now has to be expensive. I want to come out and play. Wow, ginger cookie? Better save some for my brother. I know I'll go home and eat it with him. Ain't going nowhere, missus. I'm too hungry to move. Besides, you'll have to carry me. A cookie? Well, if Wise Stan really wants me to go home, then alright. But I want 2 next time. Greedy little child. Thank you, adventurer. I only wish I could do more. since there was no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. Never enough food to go around, nor work to earn it. But no surges of contempt for the great and the good. I remember thinking things could only get better, yet now, after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen is a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, so I'm gonna make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business. Then I'll give my fellow refugees work they're crying out for and pay them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long. And their hubris, they've grown complacent, presenting us with the golden opportunity. And we will take it, adventurer. We will reclaim our dignity and with our place within those walls. We found her. We found the vein. Wyson, you must come and see. Already? Amazing. We'll leave at once. You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to the history in the making. Alright, back to Blackbrush, temporarily. Just so I can hand in this quest. And watch there be yet another one to irk me. Oh, another one didn't pop up. How nice. Now down to the mines. Ooh, look, Spriggans I need to kill. Those balls, son. A vein of ore in the middle of a ruined bloody city? Goddamn idiot. What did you think was gonna happen? That you'd strike it rich and get cozy with the order? Well, the master of Uldo looked on. No one crosses the syndicate. The syndicate? Yeah. Finally sunk in, has it? Well, look at this. Not all your friends have deserted you. It seems, lucky boy. Now you won't have to die alone. Ulda is such a fucking corrupt city. O mournful voices of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul that may wake to life. Who's spouting gibberish? Show yourself! This ain't part of the plan. Bloody hell, does Lord Rito mean to kill us too? I love being at the levels that sleep works. Not that it does that much, but I can give you a moment. The golem could be vanquished. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. Seems like I missed all the fun. See, you didn't need my help this time. I would compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Ulda herself cannot rival your beauty. Oh, stop it! I have oft heard it said about blossom beauty can move a man to love and long, but I never truly believed it until I met you two desert roses. Shameless flirt. I heard they attacked another caravan. Aye, business is suffering for it. Bloody militia. What's stirring them up, do you reckon? Another raid. And I wager the caravan was carrying crystals, much like the last. If they truly mean to summon a primal, we must act quickly. Are you coming, love? You wouldn't keep a girl waiting, would you? Perish the thought. So tell me, where in the marvel of the city might lovely ladies be staying? Such a flirt. At this rate, grain will soon be more precious than gold. A result of an uncommonly bad harvest, to be sure. And we have you to thank for them, do we not? Aye, this weakening of etheric flow must surely be linked to Delamad's descent. And of course to the primals. Fine mess. But we must not lose hope. Louisa will know what to do. Need only trust in his judgment. Really a marvel of Charlian ingenuity. There we go. I know the word and it was not coming out of my mouth. It's as if I could reach out and touch the aether. Words are hard. Words are hard. Time to focus. No more gallivanting about like before. The signs are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith. You can do this. This disturbance is recent. The Sultan tree? Maybe Papa Channel knows something of it. Just a little bit. Looks like they gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. A person of interest had already quit the scene. The general? Very well. I shall be there anon. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect etheric disturbances, but every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder if it might not be simpler to just follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lolorito. I heard the Blades mention him as they fled. Believe me when I tell you that he's not a man to be trifled with. The Sultana's enemies grow bolder by the day, and I suspect that they have the support of outside forces. Thank you. If you haven't come along, this bastard would surely have slaughtered us all. I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me at the coffer and coffin later. Until then, stay safe. I shall accompany Weston and his men. They need protection, and I need more information. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Thancred, humble scholar surveying the flows of Aether and Thanalan. It is an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope when we next meet it's under auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Wait a moment. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind. Fare thee well. Hells bless you, my friend. You risked your life to save ours. Betrayed by my own guards. Gods, I was a fool to trust those men. Loritos owns the goddamn brass blades. I should have questioned their motives from the start. Even so, I could hardly have predicted that the wealthiest man in Old El would want me dead for the horrendous crime of seeking to change the law. I'm just a merchant, for God's sake. That ruthless bastard. And what of that monstrosity? Those were his own men. It beggars belief. Well, it is. I'm finished. If I stay in Old El any longer, I'm as good as dead. My associates, my friends, gods, even the children may not be safe if I don't disappear. And you, goddammit, if Lolorito learns of your involvement, you'll be next. I'll speak to the others and make sure your part stays a secret. Beyond that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you should seek counsel of Mistress Momodi. She'll help countless adventurers in her time. Perhaps she'll know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Lolorito's spies may be watching. Alright. Back to Old El we go. I think I'll hand in the quests I have and then maybe go do my next couple level quests before we end for the night. By going to the Gladiators Guild. Alright, have a good night, sleep well. Thank you for chauffeuring me around, I appreciate it. Yes, Aileen, yes. The aura power surrounding you is palpable. The glare begins to blind my eyes, my thaumaturge's eyes. The lessons today shall be taught by Kokobani. Go to him, hear what the chapter entitled The Threat of Paucity. Aha, so Aelin, you have come to learn at the foot of the third eldest brother, have you? I promise you, however, your education shall not be third-rate. Let us read from the second chapter, shall we? Are you settled? No last moment trips to the privy? Very well. Thread of paucity. Ah, how magnificent the ruthless power we wield. Flame devour, ice entomb, and lightning course through stricken bodies of our foe. But oh, such desperation when the wellspring runs dry, flame sputters out, ice melts to slush, and lightning sparks no longer. Know you this threat, and mind you the limits of your own mortal vessel. Terrifying thought, isn't it? A thaumaturge who has exhausted their arcane reserves is not but a woman with a stick and a funny hat. For we mages, you may as well equate the etheric energy flowing through our veins with our lifeblood. Should a battle find us lacking in the precious resource, we're as good as dead. Controlling the expenditure of your power requires an understanding of etheric balance, and the scales can tip in one of two directions, astrally or umbrally. When you mind the spirit, lean in the umbral direction. Your thaumaturgy is affected by the state known as umbralace. The potency of your spells is diminished, but also requires less energy to invoke. On the other hand, thaumaturge's astral fire state, which is the potency of the incarnation enhanced, but greater cost of the etheric stamina. Now, with this concept of etheric balance and efficient casting foremost in your mind, bid you forth and slay 8 Fs. Pray you do your best and stay alive. It reflects badly on me when a mauled corpse of one of my pupils is returned to the ossuary. Alright, what am I doing? I'm heading down direction. Get out. It wants me to go to Central Thanalan for that. I was hoping to do stuff in Western Thanalan. Well, I guess I'll have to do a bunch of stuff up in Horizon eventually, so I will get there when I get there. Sorry, Sunbat, you're an unfortunate casualty of me running around and seeing things on my hunt log. We're only halfway through the destruction of X. Two more. We can do that. This scepter certainly is a lethal instrument of death. Your death? A valorous fool. Remember that first chapter? We do not do close distance with our enemies. And we certainly do not hit them with our finely crafted tools of thaumaturgy. Pray consider replenishing your energies with a vial of ether before humiliating yourself in melee combat. Ether. A draught of the gods, be thaumaturgy. Indeed, any who practice the art of the arcane manipulation value this substance above all others. Thus, it was unbridled fury that we received the most recent report of beastman activity. It seems the Amalja raiding party attacked a caravan on trade routes and made off with the entire crate of precious ether. The time has come for you to put your new knowledge to the test. Annihilate these Amalja bandits and retrieve the cargo of the ether-filled vials. According to the report, their armored war transport was last spotted south of Drybone. I believe Kokobuki has additional requests. While you are busy incinerating Amalja, be sure to collect some samples of their blood, assuming you can draw from their smoking remains. Okay. Here we're gonna go to Camp Drybone. During the network test, I had a really cute outfit on Aelin. I can't wait to recreate it, but I think I have to be like level 80 at least to be able to recreate that outfit, so it'll be a while yet. We here, Coco Bounty? Is this crate that was stolen? I see that Aelin's lessons have had the desired effect. I will assume the vial of viscous liquid you have is the beastman's blood. Coco Bounty should be pleased. Coco Buki, you left word for me to visit the ossuary? Have you finally decided to begin my training in thaumaturgy? Ah, Coco Bussy. Good. Good for you to come. Aelin here was kind enough to obtain a supply of emulsion blood for you. An alchemist acquaintance of mine explained how you could use the substance in your research to create a mana-amplifying elixir. Naturally, we're most interested in the result of such experiments. So you see, Boosie, your work as an alchemist already puts you in a position to work alongside us. You needn't become a thaumaturge to be part of our family. That's right, Boosie. Besides, the battlefield is a dangerous place and our skills are not exactly suited to keep others safe from harm. I see. This is but another attempt to dissuade me from pursuing my true calling. I do not want to cheer you on from the safety of my workbench. I want to fight alongside you. But Boosie, we just cannot stand the thought of you being harmed. Pray do not do anything foolish. Aelin, if you're done here, I would speak with you further. Poor kid. As I mentioned before, Kokobushi is dangerously unsuited to for the wielding of thaumaturgy. Even with the proper training, he would be unable to evoke the smallest flicker of flames. Were he to attempt to force a manifestation of power, the strain on his woefully inadequate aether reserves would likely kill him. But I did not request your presence to discuss my brother's tragic circumstances. You have completed every trial set before you thus far. I believe you are sufficiently entrenched in the abyss of thaumaturgy, and that sojourn to another guild will not unduly affect your studies. Within the walls of Ul'dah, you might visit the Pugilist Guild for training from Hammond Holy Fists or crossblades with the First Sword Mila in the Gladiators Guild. Or, should you tire from the demands of battle of all the guilds that offer instructions in the trades, weaving, goldsmith, and alchemy, I believe there is even a guild that teaches mining of all things. I should hope, of course, that thaumaturgy remains your first and foremost obsession. Do not absent yourself from us too long, Aelin. Yeah, let's go do this, and then we'll end for the night. Coming for lessons, Aelin? Then heed my words. The threat of superiority. How magnificent the intimidating power we wield. Flames sear the air, ice frosts the ground, and lightning flashes with blinding incandescence. But not all our cowed by our elemental fury. Ignite not your flames, summon not your ice, and strike not with your lightning, know you this threat, and stay your hand against such foes. By not all our once you cut away all the overblown imagery, the passage draws attention to the important tactics. Wise thaumaturge does not engage in battle against opponents she cannot defeat. A fine example would be avoiding conflict with older multitudes of furious merchants. These soulless raving creatures are afflicted with madness of insatiable avarice. Do you perhaps recall the crates of ether you retrieved from the Amalja bandits? Well, a number of irate peddlers have arrived at the guild with the gall to demand compensation for the few measly vials we emptied as our just reward. Alright, yes, we drank the entire bloody box, but that point is the guild cannot presently afford to pay such sums. Thus, I pass on the secret of my last most potent defense. Shameless weeping. I'm not speaking of a few tears here. I want you to stride right up to these tyrant traitors and cry your eyes out. Fascinating. We stole from traitors, and now we are going to cry to make them have pity on us. Alright, miss. I know you're the one who chased down those Amalja brutes for us. I'll let it go this one time for your sake. Not that, oh dear, I'm not angry at you. You understand, it's those 5 aether-addled brothers I'll take issue with. You tell them the next time this happens, I'll have a price taken out of their unprincipled hides. Well, you needn't cry about a few vials of aether, lass. I'll tell you what. You dry your eyes for me, and I'll take care of all the loss out of my own purse. Well, that was effective. More than it should have been. Thaumaturge Guild is a bunch of scumbags. Just saying. Masterful performance, Aelin. The sniffing was a nice touch. You will, however, encounter foes who are unmoved by such piteous wails. Take this recent request for instance. I have nominated to serve as your next trial. A team of scholars has asked for the thaumaturge to destroy the cursed relic they unearthed known as Mormo's urn. While pottery is, by and large, immune to tears, the Alcran thieves subsequent stole it are the concern to me. The Alcran are an organization of criminals not normally known for their gentle or understanding dispositions. Rather than attempting to engage with the entire gang of thuds, I'd suggest you neutralize the threat with your person with well-timed sleep spell. Alright. Well, glad I attuned to Drybone. I have to say, I am rather impressed at how my computer is handling streaming simultaneously to 2 sites on its own. Aelin, a moment if you please. Pray allow me to shatter that urn. I thought that if I assisted you with your task, then my brothers might finally take me seriously, so I followed you. What have we got here then? A couple of nosy sand rabbits that are about to get skinned? Oh dear gods, where did they come from? That was simply incredible, Aelin. I wish I could wield the same sort of power. Because I'm an alchemist with the hopes of creating a manner of mana amplifying elixir, but all my efforts have been for naught. The results have been far too mild to make any difference. I'll never be a thaumaturge like my brothers at this rate. I'll forever be the pitiful, powerless little sibling. Mormo's urn. If I destroy it, then maybe my family will see what I'm capable of. Wait. Don't you dare break my urn. Ah! What? Did that piece of pottery just talk? Are you Memora, the void tent? Heh. Well, yes, I am Mormo. I'm one of the nice void tent. It was the nasty one that sealed me up in here and helped immortal. If you would be so kind to open the lid of my urn, I would be happy to grant you your wish. Anything you desire. Fortune, fame. I'm not really interested in fame or fortune, but perhaps there's one thing. I'd like to have a etheric power that's equal to my brother's. Yeah, power it is. Perfectly acceptable wish. In fact, I sense the latent ability buried deep within your spirit. It'll be a simple thing for me to turn it loose. What more is there to think about? Open the lid. don't feel different at all. I think Mormo may have been lying. Come, Alan. It's time we're leaving. Oh, weren't we supposed to break this, urn? And that's that. Yes, it was such fun. I mean, it's nice. It'll be nice to return home after such excitement. Oh, before we go back to the Thaumaturge Guild, let's go check our mail. Look at all these mounts I can't use. Welcome back, Aelin. I'm glad to see you're making a habit of not dying. Before we discuss your trial further, however, I'd like to ask you about Kokobushi. I saw him but a few moments ago. He seemed odd. Well, odder than usual. Do you happen to know aught about it? Yeah, we're gonna tell him. Because I don't like what just happened. Busu was at your trial. It is extraordinarily dangerous and foolish to interfere with Thaumaturge training. I shall scold him most heartily. Such an unpleasantness aside, I'm impressed that you claimed victory in spite of the unexpected development. The teaching of the Yawning Abyss has served you well. With your experience and control thus demonstrated, I believe you are ready to add a new spell to your repertoire. Scathe, the elementally neutral blast of force, will provide effective against a manner of opponents. As I am sure you are eager to test the incantation efficiently, I shall grant you leave to return to your training. I fear to be the next hostile creature that crosses your path. I don't want another cowl. But I should take it. Stop making me wear cowls. But that's just the low level of this game. Hey, I got Scathe. And level 16. Hell yeah. This one's so ugly too. Good thing I don't have to look at it. Because with that completion of that Thaumaturge quest, we are going to end it for the evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully we will be back like Thursday-ish. Not Thursday. I won't be able to do it Thursday. Wednesday or Friday. Probably Wednesday. If I have the time and energy on Wednesday, I will try to return to streaming Persona 3 Reloaded. So look forward to that. In the meantime, have a lovely evening, have a lovely start of your week, and I will see you all next time. Bye.